So what is going on, guys? It is Kieron the Barber back here with another video, and I'm liking these sort of vloggy styles nowadays. I'm doing a long haired, textured, heavy crop, real wavy, real messy. I go right down to the bone, we go right down to skin. This was a new customer, he cut his hair for the first time. I'll be honest, I started cutting one side and I looked and I was like, I need to film this haircut. So I was like, can I film it? And he was like, yeah, no, that's no problem. So we literally just got straight on it, started filming it straight away. So I start off on the other side. It's really long, it's a massive transformation. Guys, I hope you enjoy my video. Stefan, you're gonna enjoy the video, aren't you? See, look what he's got in his face. He's got a nose peeler. Everybody needs one of them in their life. Guys, like, subscribe. Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Now.
See? Yeah, see, you heard the man. You've got to subscribe to my channel. Peace!
Peace!
So what is going on, everyone? It is Kieron the Barber here, back with another video. This time we are doing a skin fade drop messy crop. A drop messy crop. So what I'm starting off with, I start off with my Slimline Pro LIs. Notice I have a little white band on them. I brought that band from a vape shop. No joke. I kid you not. I went into a vape shop. I don't even smoke a vape. I just went in there and asked for one of their rubber bands, and I stuck it straight on my Slimline Pro LIs, and it fits like a glove. And it's a lot easier and a lot more comfortable when I'm cutting hair. That is that. Now, as I'm getting on to my new customer, please look at his hair and not look into his beautiful eyes, because I was very distracted by his beautiful eyes. The first thing on Richmond just sat down and said, oh my god, that kid has beautiful eyes. There we go. No homo. Because Richmond is straight, but he does love a good pair of eyes. So I start off with my number 2, removing that bulk, because that was real heavy. So I go on from my 2 guard closed, and then straight in with my number 1 guard open. From my number 1 open, I'm going to go to number 1 closed. So I'm just going to pull the lever up so the guard closes. And then from there, I'm going to be using my 0 guard open and then 0 guard closed. And then my blade, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of trigger play. Yes, Richmond, I took that from you, brother. That's okay. Richmond's sitting right next to me. Say hello. Hi. See? So I'm just going to be using a little bit of trigger play on my Andes Supremes. I have 2 pairs of Supremes. One has the surgical blade on it and the other has a bevel blade. Now, my surgical blade is more for fading out that 0 line from a skin fade to a 0. And my bevel blade is more for when I'm using, trying to get out more of a 0 to a half to blend that in together. So yeah, now I'm just going to be doing a little bit of trigger play just to make sure that haircut blends in nice and perfect. I want to keep it quite heavy on them sides though, because the top is fairly heavy. So if I take that top too high, what's going to happen is it's going to look very top heavy. So when I'm fading that, I want that to contour quite heavily from nothing to a number 2. I don't want it to be such a smooth transition. I need quite a little bit of weight line there. So now using my Kenny Duncan comb on my Slimline Pro LIs. Reason I use my Slimline Pro LIs with my Kenny Duncan comb is because the small teeth and the wideness of the teeth, I can taper with that, and it gets off all them fine little hairs what the big clippers, i.e. the US Pro LIs, could not get off. So it transitions the fade a lot better. So guys, what I'm doing right now is I'm repeating exactly the same steps on the back around the other side. As I said in my intro, is that I'd already actually started on the other side before I started filming, because I sat down, I put about 4 or 5 lines into it, and I was like, I need to film this haircut. Not only has this kid got really good hair, I knew when it come in it was really messy, but I was like, I'm gonna make something of this haircut. And as you'll see, by the time we finish this video, you'll see how good this haircut looks. It really suits the kid. So we're gonna repeat exactly the same steps: clipper over comb, number 2 coming downwards with a 2 closed, 1 open, 1 closed, 0 open, 0 closed, and then going on from trigger play with the surgical blade on my Supreme LIs. And what that does is that's gonna pinpoint that fade and make it absolutely perfect. So guys, I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna let you carry on and enjoy the rest of the video, and I'm gonna talk in a minute. So I just want to let you in on a little secret with my Supreme clippers. I have 2 pairs. I got one on the drop, and then Andis kindly sent me a pair for Christmas. They sent all their educators a pair for Christmas. So I am grateful not only to grab 1 pair, but I currently have 2 pairs. But the secret is, I'll be really honest with you, it's cool to have Supreme clippers. Don't get me wrong, if you like the Make Supreme, or you like Supreme. I'm not as cool. I'm a 30-year-old man. I'm not 16. But it was cool to have them. I wanted them because they were Andis and they were cool. The Supreme clippers are the US Pros, the Andis US Pro Allies. So anyone, I get a lot of questions going, oh, the Supreme's different from any other clippers, what do you think? And I'm like, well, I'll be honest, I've been using my US Pros now for 6 or 7 months. So they're exactly the same as them, realistically. So using my Slimline Pro LIs, I literally made that edge so sharp, beautiful edge. And what it does is when you do the hair and you style the hair, it's all about that finishing touches, and then parts of the haircuts are the finishing touches, the edges, the curvature of where you're coming around with your blade to make that stand out and look sharp. That's what you want to be after. See, now what I'm doing with my Kenchi shears is I'm making that real nice and messy. I don't want this haircut to be straight. I don't want this to look boring. I don't want this to be club cut. I want this to have so much mess, so much texture. I want the kid to wake up in the morning, get a bit of powder or a bit of wax, and just go through the hair and walk out of his house. I don't want it to be like he has to spend half an hour, 45 minutes blow drying it, making sure it's nice and perfect. I want this to be as messy as it can with the style that he wants, because not every style is blow dried up, is blow dried smart. Some styles are made to look messy and made to be messy, and this is one of them styles right now. So that's why when we're cutting it with our scissors at a 45-degree angle to make sure we can get as much texture in the hair as possible, so the hair sits on top of one another and it doesn't just sit dead straight. That's boring. Let's be different. Let's come out the circle a little bit. So just chipping into that fringe, taking it just on top of the eyebrow, because remember, when you blow dry that fringe, that shit's gonna pop up. Now that's what you don't want to happen. You don't want to be cutting someone's hair and you're thinking, because it's wet, oh that's level, that's fine. Make sure you cut it half an inch or at least 1.5 centimeters longer wet than dry, because you do not want that fringe to pop back up and then look like Dumb and Dumber. That's the last thing you want to be doing right now. So just carrying on with that texture. As I said, I put so much texture into this hair because it was so thick that it needed so much texture in it. So with my raw Image Beach Baller sea salt spray, if you haven't used a sea salt spray before, I beg you go out to the shop and buy one. My sea salt spray is the best on the market. I'm just saying, I'm biased because I use it and all my clients love it. We've gone through about 3 stocks of it within the last like 2 months now. It is sick. So now using my Bluebeard Chavette, just go around them corners, just go around them edges, making sure they're nice and sharp to give it them finishing touches. As I said earlier on, it's all about the finishing touches of the haircut that make the haircut really stand out. Now blow drying your hair, you need to use your fingers as a diffuser. The reason being why you need to use your fingers as a diffuser is because you want to get your fingers and you want to scratch the scalp, i.e. you want to pull that hair up right from the root. You don't want to be blow drying that straight with a Denman or with a brush or with a comb. You don't want to be doing that straight because the haircut isn't designed to be straight. It's designed to look like he's just woke up. That's what haircut you want. You want it to look stylish yet trampy. Trampy chic is what we're going to go for on this haircut. That was an old term that me and Baldy used to use in the shop. So trampy chic, that's what we're looking for right now. So I'm going to leave you with this blow dry and I'm going to come back and comment afterwards. So now a little bit of dry shampoo, just because my man's hair had still a little bit of grease in it. So we're just dry shampooing that, just to make that look nice and thick and dry. And then we're going to stick some hair powder in it, and a little bit of wax, and make this haircut pop out, make this haircut really stand out. And they say never go back to a lit firework, but you can always go back to a lit haircut. It's absolutely fine. Just making sure your haircut is perfected. Don't ever be scared to pick up them clippers or scissors again if you see any marks. I've got it when my client stood up and then I've seen it in the light and I've sat him back down and I've gone over it just to be safe. Don't ever feel scared, because what they're going to do is they're only going to walk out and they're going to go somewhere else if you don't do stuff like that. So just make sure that haircut is perfect. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I always ask, I want to get to 100,000. I've been saying this on the last few videos now. Please subscribe, share this on your Facebook, share this on your Instagram, share this on your Twitter, share this on your Snapchat, share this wherever, tag me in it, shout me out. I will be blessed. I will message you, message me. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching the video.